Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This week's diet has not been the best. It's becoming more of a true diet break. And, I think I'm gonna embrace it and be okay with this week being both a deload week and a diet break week. Alright, we've got our final workout of the deload for week 10. It's just a little easy bar workout today. We're at the Croc Center in Quincy again. Shouldn't be in here too long. Easy bar workouts designed to be pretty quick. We'll just have our upright rows, curls, and our skull crushers. May or may not do our core just because of time. We're on vacation, we're on holiday break. We're gonna go to an arcade or something with the family later, so prioritizing family time and rest. But also want to make sure I get in full workouts for the week. So, yep, stay tuned. 15 rows. Fifteen of those. That's a quick warm-up set one. Let's get set one, upright curls. This feels a little heavier than normal. This easy bar is a little thicker than mine. I like that. It's closer to the power bar. Might have to check something like that out. I was saying it felt a little bit heavier, but maybe not because I did get 8, which is what we got with our 80 pounds at home. So maybe it is the same. Sorry for the lighting here. To be backlit. I don't know if there's anything I can do to help with that. Maybe if I just get closer. I'll turn this around. We'll try out this angle. See if that's any better for you guys. Our last set. We are doing our full three sets for today because it's not a super heavy day anyway to begin with. Yeah. Let's go. Well, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This week's diet has not been the best. It's becoming more of a true diet break. We ended up going out to Mexican food last night. Just finding it hard to, while out of town, staying with the in-laws, finding it hard to stick to the food that I would normally eat in my daily routines at home. And, I think I'm going to embrace it and be okay with this week being both a deload week and a diet week or a diet break week. And know that our body is resting, it's getting more calories and than we have been, and that hopefully that's going to allow us to really hit week 11, hit the ground running, get back on track with our 2 pounds per week. I'll be really curious to see. We're definitely weighing in heavier this week. I don't think I gained fat, but definitely retained a lot of water, and I probably haven't really lost much fat this week. And I think I'm just going to be okay with that, knowing that we're halfway through the cut and that we're giving our body a break to get what it needs to make it through the second half. All right, we've got curls. What's that one? All right, curls set 2. Here we go. Well, if any of you have tips for how to graciously say no to your mother-in-law's dessert, or tips for maintaining high protein, low calories while out of town, and you're eating out almost every night, let me know. Last set of curls. It's a bit heavy. I don't know if we get 10 here. Let's see. I think we'll leave it at 8. Oh. Oh, last set of the day. What? Well, that wraps it up for my time at the Croc Fitness Center this week. It was fun. It's a good little workout place. It wasn't too crowded on a Saturday today, but yeah, I'm be happy to get back to my home gym. Well, guys, this concludes our deload week. Stick around. I didn't do my check-in yesterday. We'll do our check-in today. See how we did over the Christmas holidays and the past couple of days, and what my plans are coming out of the week into week 11 of the cut. All right, so let's see if I can get my phone out here, and we'll do our check-in for yesterday and for today, really, since we missed yesterday. Let's go to our weight. Yesterday we were 196.7. Woo, doggy. We haven't weighed in that heavy, and let's see. When was the last time? So let's see. This is week 10, week 9, week 8, week 7. So we're talking like week 6 or 7 is the last time that we weighed in above 196. Today was 196.5. Yesterday is 196.7. Average for the week is 193.2. Obviously, we're not going to hit our goal of 190. Whatever. I mean, you don't gain 6 to 7 pounds of fat in a day. You don't gain that much in a week. So I'm going to be level-headed about this and know that this is not a true representation of my current body composition. And at this point this week, it's going to be what it is, and I'm going to do my best to today, which is Saturday, and Sunday, I'm going to try my best to get back down to my normal 1600 calories. So this week you can see Wednesday, man, that was Christmas Eve. Whoa, we blew it out of the water. I think that I didn't go in with a super strong plan. I had a plan, I had things put in, but I think once I got there, I just let my guard down, and I don't want to make this seem like it's a big failure. I think once I got there, I just realized, you know what, this is Christmas time with my family. I'm gonna have a few cookies. I'm gonna eat a little bit extra food, and yes, this looks like a lot of calories, and it is. But overall, I mean, on the week, I'm still under my maintenance calories. So put that into perspective. I leading up, I prepared leading up to it, having lower calorie days. Thursday was Christmas Day. That was, again, another plan. I did a little bit better. I think I didn't go hog wild, and I did eat more lean meat, more turkey, and there was less calories. And so I think we're just kind of easing back into it. Friday, yesterday, started out strong, and then we went out to Mexican food, which was not really like in my control. That was what the family decided to do. Of course, I could have been a little bit more strict and not eaten as many tortilla chips. That would have helped. But I think I'm just kind of easing back into my self-discipline. Today my goal is to keep it under 2,000 calories, right? Like, I'm easing back into my nutrition plan. Someone asked me in the comments, what's harder, to stick to training and weightlifting, or to stick to nutrition plans. And man, it's for me, it's absolutely nutrition, and that's on display here. When I get out of my routine, when I'm not just in my day to day, it's hard for me to stick to that. So I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try today, which is Saturday, to keep it under 2,000. Which I think if I can keep Saturday and Sunday under 2,000, I think we can probably stick to that like 2,500 calorie average for the week, which is I think was what I was originally shooting for when I was talking about going into this week. I called it not a full diet break, because a full diet break would be your maintenance calories like 2,900, but I mean bumping up from 18 and 1,900 calories to 2,500 calories is a break, is a calorie break for me. I'm getting more calories. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, let's give me 1 second. All right, so let's just take a peek at the actual food for a second. I'm not gonna go too much into this, but on Wednesday, Christmas Eve, a slow morning, and then lunch, I went golfing with my brother, so we ended up just having a hot dog, and I had a protein bar. So again, not too bad. I mean, that obviously wasn't planning on that hot dog, but it was Christmas Eve, it was golf with my brother. Like, absolutely, I'm gonna indulge in that. And then dinner, I had more potato salad than I was planning. I had more cookies than I was planning. But overall, to end up with 100 grams of protein, I think is pretty impressive for a Christmas dinner when there's lots of cookies and chips. So I did lean into the bratwurst and the turkey. I did have an old-fashioned drink. I haven't had alcohol in a while. Again, that was an indulgence. And then lots of snacks. This is where we kind of overdid it. But, it is what it is. We'll move on. Christmas Day was a little bit more in control. Just a kind of a frittata, a breakfast frittata type thing in the morning. And then lots of turkey and mashed potatoes for lunch. And then here's where I think I messed up, is I shouldn't have had these mashed potatoes and green bean casserole in the evening. I think that kind of made my stomach not happy. It didn't need that. And then Friday we kind of got back on it. Just lunch was pretty under control. We're getting back into that 88 grams of protein and to 880 calories. So that 10 grams of protein to 100 calorie ratio that I like to hit, we hit that for lunch. And then dinner, we kind of blew it out with Mexican food, mainly with just the chips is what did it for us. And then some red velvet cake, because I was feeling a little stressed from bedtime with the kids. But again, we're getting closer. We did stay under our TDEE of 2,900, and that's usually the goal for a high calorie day. So this was like a good, hey, you're gonna have a high calorie day. Good. This is what it would look like. Try to stay under 2,900 calories for me. And then today, we've had just some breakfast so far, so we'll see how it goes. We'll have lunch coming up here, which I'll try to keep to just some high protein stuff like yogurt and leftover turkey. And then hopefully that'll leave room for whatever we decide to do for dinner, and maybe I'll try to stick to a salad or something. But yeah, so my plan is for today, Saturday and Sunday, to end the week on a high note as far as calories go, to try and get back under 2,000 calories. I think 1,600 calories is aggressive. That's when you're in your routine, I think I can hit that. I think it's pretty aggressive and maybe not realistic for me to do while out of town, staying with relatives. So I'm not gonna beat myself up too much if I don't hit 1,600 calories while I'm out of town. So that's my plan. And the average for my weight for the week will probably be like 193, 194, or whatever. I'm more interested to see what we get to within the first 2 weeks of the second half. So week 11 and week 12. I think that's when the rubber's going to meet the road. That's when we're going to see, okay, where are we actually in terms of meeting our goal of 170 pounds by the end of the 20-week cut. And if we need to make any adjustments, we may need to add some cardio. Then we'll do that. But I won't make that decision really until week 12, because I won't know exactly what my body is doing until I get one normal week 11, under my belt. And then going into week 12, I'll have an idea of, okay, where are we actually going to end up? So stay tuned. It's going to be great. Can we get to 170 by the first or second week of March? I'd like to. We'll see.